Hello, my name is Shannon Myer, and I serve as the District Manager for the Ottawa County Conservation District in Kansas. For the past 2 years, our district has been actively working towards the establishment of a demonstration farm in Ottawa County. We've spent that time researching, gathering information, and learning from others to understand what it takes to bring this vision to life.
The Matt Hagny No-Till Scholarship gave her the chance to travel through the Dakotas to learn directly from leaders in soil health, no-till farming, and conservation. The scholarship honors Matt Hagny's legacy as a pioneer in regenerative agriculture. Each year, it awards funding to one individual to travel, research, and experience no-till practices in the field. The scholarship continues Matt's vision of curiosity, innovation, and sharing knowledge, helping the next generation carry the no-till movement forward.
In September 2024, I learned about the Matt Hagny No-Till Scholarship, just 2 weeks before the application deadline. I immediately recognized how well it aligned with our goals and decided to apply. To my great honor, I was selected as the 2024 recipient. I received the news while attending a session at the Kansas Association of Conservation Districts annual convention in November. An unforgettable moment that was hard to keep to myself.
This trip was more than just travel. It was about seeing conservation in action, meeting people who dedicate their lives to healthier soils and more resilient communities.
Originally, I had planned to take this learning trip alone, but I was fortunate to be joined by fellow district manager Jessica Beckman. By Jessica joining the trip, it added more depth to the information and the journey because she has a different background than I do, and so she was able to ask different questions and she had a different point of view. So at the end of the day, we would talk about the day, what we learned, and that made it a lot richer of an experience, but also she shared the driving duties.
Their journey began at Blue Dasher Farm, where Dr. Jonathan Lundgren welcomed them on a drizzly Father's Day. Creativity and science were everywhere. They had transformed an old dairy barn into a thriving research hub, cataloging insects and building the bug box, an AI-powered tool to help farmers identify field insects. Outside, honeybees, pigs, and gardens supported biodiversity. Blue Dasher showed them that science and farming can coexist, and that diversity is strength. Their next stop, and the heart of the trip, was Minokan Farm near Bismarck. Operated by the Burleigh County Conservation District, Minokan Farm is a nationally recognized demonstration farm where soil health principles come to life. From the moment they arrived, the team, Jay Fuhrer, Daryl Oswald, Seth Boekler, Ginny Mailhoff, Chad Thorson, and Shadlin Severance, welcomed them into a space built on education and innovation. In the greenhouse trials, Ginny explained companion planting and soil armor demonstrations, even pointing them toward the book Carrots Love Tomatoes. Produce grown in the greenhouse doesn't go to waste. Last year, the farm donated nearly 2,400 pounds of food to a Bismarck community program. Compost and vermiculture. They explored their compost systems, learning how they capture and use worm juice to enrich the soil. Innovative beds and gardens, hugel culture beds, straw bale gardens, and rotation systems demonstrated multiple ways to boost production while suppressing weeds and protecting soil. Pollinator and tree projects. They saw beetle banks, windbreaks, and arboretum samples. They even sell trees, with living examples planted so visitors can see what thrives in the region. Livestock integration. Instead of running their own herd, they partner with a local operator to graze cattle. Their rotational grazing system is closely monitored, measuring forage and cattle weights to ensure balance. Walking the fields, they studied shovelfuls of soil, comparing organic matter, layers, and structure. Every stop emphasized the soil health principles. Keep a living root, minimize disturbance, maximize diversity, keep soil covered, and integrate livestock. That evening, Jay and Kathy Fuhrer hosted Shannon and Jessica into their home. Jay's generosity of knowledge was incredible. He shared books, documents, and possible connections, from Ducks Unlimited and U.S. Fish and Wildlife to K-State Extension, NACD, and KACD. He reminded them that launching a demonstration farm requires clear resource concerns, a mission, and a vision. The following day, they dug into Minoken's history. The farm began in 2009 with just 6.7 acres before growing into today's hub for conservation education. They also visited the historic Minoken Native American village site, a reminder that stewardship of this land spans generations. What stood out most at Minoken was the culture of openness. They didn't just share successes, they also spoke candidly about mistakes and lessons learned. This honesty showed that conservation is more than field work. It's about creating a culture of learning, sharing, and community. In Gettysburg, where Matt Hagny was born, they felt the history of the no-till movement come alive. Meeting Dan Forgey and the Cronin family demonstrated what large-scale stewardship can look like. The Cronins manage 12,000 acres, rotating crops to cut chemical use and protect soil health. Dan and Trey Cronin reminded them that each farm faces unique challenges and that practices must adapt to fit the land and the people who work it. Their final stop was the Dakota Lakes Research Farm, led by Dr. Dwayne Beck. His energy was contagious, his knowledge vast, and his perspective helped them think from a research farm mindset. He stressed reducing evaporation by managing rotations and residue, showing them that conservation is not a recipe. It's a mindset built on curiosity and observation. They also met Terry Ness, who's been no-till since 1990. His story proved that no-till farming can become its own kind of crop insurance, a system of resilience built through decades of hard work and open-mindedness.
I mean, it was definitely a dream trip. To be able to spend a week with the different pioneers of no-till and soil health, and to be able to go to Minoken and to sit down with them and visit about, how they started, what they learned. They were very generous in the information that they shared and the knowledge that they have, and that was, it's hard to explain. It was unforgettable for sure. I would tell them that clearly there's a value in the scholarship money. But this project, the project that you will do, you grow as a person, as an educator, as a conservation advocate, but you also get to work with those who have the same passion, the same drive that you do, but in a different way. They have different experiences than you do. They have different avenues of partnerships. Networking is what people always tell you, and that's something that you will be able to gain from this. It will also be out there for other people to see what you're doing, and for people who align with what your project would also help you to get more notoriety. So I would definitely encourage anyone who is considering doing a research project or needing to learn more about no-till or soil health, regenerative agriculture, to definitely apply for the scholarship. So to follow along on our journey, you can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, at Ottawa County, Kansas Conservation District. I definitely want to thank the Matt Hagny No-Till Scholarship Foundation, Burleigh County Soil Conservation District, Minoken Farm, and Kansas Association of Conservation Districts, and honestly, everyone that we met along the way. There was so much generosity, zero pretense, and just sharing of knowledge, and it was a great time to be with like-minded people during this trip.